Thank you, Madam Speaker. The question appearing in my name. Given that previously the Turangani Abusa and Turangani Matangali were apportioned larger shares of lease money because of their traditional roles and obligations to the Vanua, can the Minister inform the House if adequate provisions have been made in the government's new equal distribution of lease money for the Turangani Abusa and Turangani Matangali, and by inference, Turangani Toke?
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Ngabuga, can you ask?
Given that previously the Turangani Abusa and Turangani Matangali were apportioned larger shares of lease money because of their traditional roles and obligations to the Vanua, can the Minister inform the House if adequate provisions have been made in the government's new equal distribution of lease money for the Turangani Abusa and Turangani Matangali? And Madam Speaker, yeah. Stop, full stop, yeah.
Honorable Prime Minister.
The only reason I asked Madam Speaker that he repeat his question is because he came up with the additional term that's not in my question list. So I thank the honourable member for enlightening us on that. But Madam Speaker, I thank the honourable member for his question and for reminding us all yet again that the opposition continues to represent the interest of the elites. Interest of the elites. While the government insists on equal treatment for every Itauke. While the government insists on equal treatment for every Itauke, irrespective of rank or position. That is the gist of what we have done, Madam Speaker. It is to empower the landowners, the Itauke. Not only some, leaving out some. Everyone. To empower everyone, all the landowners. As long as your name is on the VKB, you are a landowner, you are entitled to equal share. Equal means equal, Madam Speaker. As the honourable member is fully aware, the government amended the Itauke Land Trust. See, this is the problem, Madam Speaker. They cannot accept the fact that there is a constitution, there is a government in being, there is a parliament. That is really the problem that they have. They keep asking whose authority? It's authority of government. Government does not order it. Government does not give any contribution. Look at this guy. You get him to shut up.
Please.
The relevant section, Madam Speaker, the relevant section now says, after deduction of any sums in accordance with Section 14 of the Act, the balance of any money received by the board by way of rents and premiums in respect of native land, including any monies received by the board, but not yet distributed at date of commencement of the Native Land Trust, leases and license, Amendment Regulations 2010, shall be distributed by the board to all the living members of the propriety unit in equal proportion. In equal proportion. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Can you choose which three? Thank you. I have the three. I give the floor to the Honourable Danindalo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I asked the Prime Minister, does he understand that there is unequal distribution of obligation in the Vanua?
Can you address your question to the Speaker?
Madam Speaker, through you, I asked the Prime Minister, does he understand that there is unequal distribution of obligation in the Vanua so that not every indigenous Fijian, including me, I live in the city, is not to get an equal proportion because I do nothing back there, Madam Speaker. Does he understand that?
Can you just reword your question?
Madam Speaker,
I think the word
does the Prime
"can you
Minister-
understand" is very demeaning. Can you just reword your question, just reformulate your question and be more respectful in the way you...
what
present
words
the
would you
question.
like me to use, Madam Speaker?
When you keep saying, "can you understand," as if you're talking to a little child, please reword that question to more...
No,
respect.
the Prime Minister has said that they're trying to make all Fijians equal and that we have been unequal before. My question is, does the Prime Minister understand that there is an unequal distribution of obligation in the Vanua so that Fijians like me who live in the urban areas...
Clearer now, thank you. Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, that is the question that was presented to me by the Honourable Member of the House.
Yes, answer the question.
That was the same question that he asked me. That was put. We understand fairly well, but we want to empower everyone that has ownership of the land, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I now give the floor to the Honourable Ndulaki Barata.
Madam Speaker, I would like to ask the Honourable Prime Minister a simple question. Who owns native land?
Very simple question, Honourable Prime Minister.
Who is the legal owner of the land? That's a question.
Thank you. You may sit down. Honourable Prime Minister. The question is, who owns native land?
Madam Speaker, I can provide him with two answers, because he's not fairly clear with this question. If he's talking about native land in the villages, it's owned by the landowners. So what are you talking about?
Thank you. I will now call on Honourable Nawekula for the last supplementary question.
Madam Speaker, the problem we have is that the Honourable Prime Minister has not been properly advised. The owner of native land, by definition, is the Matangali, not every single individual. Number two, the tenure of native land says that the rights are determined by custom and tradition. Therefore, it means they decide who gets what according to custom and tradition. That is the law. Because he has not been advised properly, and I feel sorry for him, that's why we have this problem.
Is that the
You go look at your laws.
Thank
Section 2 of the Native Lands Act. And the question is, this is my question. Oh, I'm on my feet. Madam Speaker, I'm on my feet.
Enjoy.
I'm on my feet and that has to be respected.
Thank you. Your question.
And the question is, did you consult the owners? In our two Matagali villages, did you consult them before you make the decision?
Thank you. Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, Madam Speaker, this is the problem that this side of the House had. It came out from yesterday's questions, which they couldn't accept the answers to. That the government has authority to do this. And that is wrong when he says that all Matangali own the land. That is not true. Thank you, Madam Speaker.